There we are. Hey, everybody. I'm Rob the Builder. Can we build it? Yes, we can. How you doing, Bassman, David, Her Ladyship, and Basswoman? Now, Bassman, I will just flick the link up. Boom. Done. Now, yeah, today I'm going to do a bit of the. I'm actually going to start some of the assembly. I'm going to start getting the engine in order. I'm also going to ensure that I have the other engine bits and suspension bits painted so as that I can get them out of the way as well. I might as well. I didn't get the airbrush booth set up because the business plan took rather more time than I had anticipated. There you go. Yeah, it was. You know how when you do something sometimes and you think it's going to be okay and nice and cruisy, and instead by the end of it you just sit down and go, "Oh dear God." This is what I experienced with my business plan. So yeah, but I have plans of things to do today as far as on the kit. So there we go. Alrighty, let's do this now. Foist things first. We all know the drill, peeps. Caffeine. Right. Oh yeah.
Hi.
Hi. How you doing?
Good, how are you?
Yeah, good. As I was just telling the others, feeling much happier about getting the business plan done. I got to a point with it, and
Make progress, huh?
I came to the realization that I wasn't going to get it done when they needed it by. And then I called over the one of the course conveners, and he's looked at it and said, "Mate, you're completely overthinking this." And he's just said, here's how you could and possibly should have done it. And he's introduced me to ChatGPT. He said, in this circumstance, mate, for these answers, you can just do this. And I nearly stood what's the whatever word I want to use? I know the word I'm looking for. In a maze, as he has wielded this magical computer wand. And lo. But yeah, it's still there's what I'm looking for in here, probably. If not, it's in the other box. It's in the other one, is it? Yes, it is. But at the end of the day, done and dusted. I actually heard him say to there's two guys who are on the course, and I actually heard him say to the other one, yeah, when Rob's comes through, you might as well just mark it as satisfactory. I've already been through it.
Right.
Yeah, because he had pretty much had to scan through to make sure to see what I had done the easy way and which I hadn't, and he said, look, it was good. He was very patient. I was very grateful.
Absolutely.
I mean, I know it's his job and all, but you know. There we go. So that's going to go like that. Oh, that's a nice snug fit, isn't it? That's nice. Oh, God, that is good stuff.
Well, when you said that, that made your day, huh?
I'll tell you something that's made how neatly this goes together, or the finishing of the business plan, or both. I'd say both, actually. But I'm really impressed with how this goes together. It's a very nice fit. And you don't need to get it put glue everywhere.
Yeah, it's true. That's one thing I like about this kit as well.
You can be very meager with it, and that helps keep it all looking very nice.
Yeah. And this kit's well built. It's really heavy.
Yeah, it makes a difference, doesn't it?
Yeah. The plastic's well made.
Yeah. I'm not quite seeing where my hands are. There's my hand. Now, deedly, deedly. Spot there, and a spot there, and we're done. Come to Papa. Now I'm thinking that my next port of call, once I've got this together, and other parts of the engine block, I'm going to make sure that all the side bits of the engine, all those little bits, are together, or painted rather. Because then I can put them on directly. Oh, that is really good. Not only is it's a snow. Look, I've got to show this to the viewers. This is impressive work on their behalf, I say. You can even just glued like that, you can hardly see the seam.
Yep.
That is quality work by the manufacturer. And I wish more manufacturers would notice this, you know?
Absolutely.
That little detail. Fantastic. Now, next. Ah, yes. That one. And I've got to say, it makes me more inclined to perhaps progress further with it in a short session, as far as I don't know how much I necessarily need to let things dry when I've glued them in. Well, at least
Right.
I think I would go a lot more quickly with it, if you follow me. Now I've still got to tidy the paintwork up on this, but I can do that when it's together. Sprue cutters. Particularly as I'm probably going to do some chassis black at some stage. So I'll do any little tidy up something then. I've got a dental appointment today, which makes most people go, "Ee," but it's not actually that bad. I've got a really good dentist. It's just a checkup anyway.
Okay.
Now obviously it's got to be that way. Now, where's our little lock point? Okay. Now, here we go. Oh, I just want to see if this happens just for my own curiosity. Oh, look at that.
Wow.
Unglued. Nice snug fit. That is the gear, kids. Got to be happy with that.
Yeah, there was several pieces I didn't have to glue. The fire extinguisher housing.
Oh, that's nice.
Yeah, that just snapped right in. Both seats snap in.
You got to give it to them, don't you?
The heat shield.
Based on what I've just encountered here, I mean, I like the detail they've provided and a lot of stuff they've done. But I would like to see if what other kits they produce, to be honest, because they're clearly good, really good.
Very much so.
I would suggest they're probably more cars. This is fine. I'm comfortable. Because, but yeah, totally. That's the stuff you want to see in a kit. And it was
Yep.
actually that expensive, I seem to recall. Now, there we go. Oops, a daisy. Why has the glue done that to me? Where is the love?
Out the window.
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah,
Cool world, man. Now, I sometimes think there are some manufacturers, and I'd suggest these guys might be some of them, who they aren't the big names, but they put out the goods. I think another one might be Fine Molds. I've got a Fine Molds kit, and hey, you all come here, you. This is just a little bit fiddly, but that's just me. There we go. And the detail is pretty nice, and you can get photo etch with it if you want. But everybody I've been in contact with who has built one raves. I think they reckon they're the dog's bollocks. Oh, nice.
I just dropped the engine in. It's not glued in or nothing. I just want to see what it would look like in there.
Hang on a moment. I'll give that swish.
Yeah,
There
this
we
is.
go. Nice.
Yeah, this turned out really, really nice.
Yeah, good one.
Yep, I'm very proud of this one.
Yeah, rightly so.
Still got a long way to go, though.
Yeah. Yeah, that is the thing, but that's also part of the joy of the kit, really. Certainly with this one, at least. Now,
Yeah, I love a good challenge.
I need to tidy that up. I'm halfway tempted to glue the other bits on. That's how nice. It just encourages you to do so. So good. It's the sort of scale model you need a cigarette after, if you know what I'm saying. Now, so those two together. There's other things we can do. Here we go. That and that can go together. Then I'm going to have a look at these engine bits I am. And we're going to do some painting. Right. Oh, where did it go? Which way did it go? Which way? Here it is. Jolly good. Do you remember that cartoon?
Which one's that?
Which way did they go? Which way did they go?
Oh,
That's Warner Brothers. And it's this dopey, obviously, hunting dog. And he's chasing, I think it's Bugs Bunny. And every time Bugs out tricks him, the big line is, which way did they go? Which way did they go? It's I find it interesting sometimes to when you look at some cartoons, you can sort of pick when they were made because of the characters in the cartoon. There's propaganda in essence, and every country does it.
absolutely.
I think I've got the wrong part here. At least I'm doing it the wrong way around, so to speak. Ooh, sounds very saucy. Now, that I would have thought. Let me just check my part numbers. Part 66. So how then? Give me a moment. What am I doing wrong with this? Let's find out. Right, so yep. And fuck's sake. I ask you. Now, I see what the issue is here. So that's got to go. That's there. So that's... Oh, bloody hell. There's an exclamation I rarely use. I'm normally far more vigorous with my swearing. Let's see if I can get it right this time. I see how this rolls. I think. Maybe. Oh. No, I don't. Now, no, that can't be right. No, surely not. That's...
Putting the rear end covering on it.
Yeah, it's a little freaky as a... That's how it goes.
Yeah, you don't have to glue down either.
It looks really weird.
Yeah.
That's what's throwing me. And it doesn't cover the whole circle, which also has me going, that's weird, man. But at the end of the day, if that's what it is, that's what it is. All right, so we'll do that. And there is some paint I need to tidy up on that as well. So that's all good in the hood. So, okay. Now that I've understood that little anomaly, that's what was throwing me, because what I was expecting was for the whole circle to be covered. But it doesn't.
Yeah, no, you're right. It does not. Nope.
And that totally threw me for, well, a few seconds. Well, no, probably a minute. Ooh.
Boingly.
Yes. Now. Dear, oh dear. Here you go. Bop and bop. And then... Now let's get this the right way around so I don't get grumpy with myself. Yeah, that's the right way. Come on now. Come on. And there we have it. That's kind of freaky. I mean, it sits in the middle as far as the connector to the whatever that thing is. Whatever that thing is. But yeah, that's... Wow. Okay. Well, if that's how it rolls, that's how it rolls. Next. Let's get those small engine parts done, shall we? Now we're looking at all of...
Yeah, that engine's a little tricky as well.
I've got most of it done. It's just the small stuff now, which is less problematic. There we go. So, right. We'll do that. And, oh, yeah. And then, well, as far as it goes, I think I've only got actually about 7 pieces to paint, which is no bad state of affairs. And here's another thing I like about this kit. The Numbers are painted well enough that even a person with my shitful eyesight can see what they are.
Yeah, I like it when they're printed like that.
It's no bad thing in my eyes, I tell you.
Even with primer on the sprues, you can still see the numbers.
Yeah, and that really does help, you got to say.
Absolutely.
Is 64 one of these? No. Okay. 53 is. Oh, yeah. Then we'll also need oops, sorry, popped the done that. Where are the other? Ah, there they are. 55, 54, 65 is there. Okay. Well, that's eminently sensible of them as well. Who would have thought? They even go so far as to, again, eminently sensibly put most, so far as I can tell, all the parts that pertain to a certain area on the same sprue.
Yeah, it makes it nice too.
Bravo, those chappies, I say. Yeah. Of course that is, yeah. All right. Now, something I am considering very quickly is, I was just looking at your car there, and I was looking at your crime computer, and they've got it as white. Okay, I've done the wrong color. I can fix that.
I saw some. I didn't know what color was calling for it in the instructions. I saw mine on a picture on Pinterest, and it showed it white, so that's why they was painting mine white. And the decal showed really well on that.
Well, in that case, I may be well served to address that in due course, but not right now. Now, what I will do is I'm actually going to get a bit of chrome out and put that on a couple of these bits, certain points. And then I might, because hitting the white will just be a big brush job here on the crime computer, that is. And then, oh, hey, John, how you doing? Now, I'm going to do the top of the distributor cap chrome.
Okay.
I seem to recall having seen a chrome distributor cap somewhere once. And looking at it and going, ooh, and ah, as you're supposed to.
Yeah.
Right, on the wire now. So, yeah, if I need to get up from the desk, I'll have to take it off. which I find quite frustrating. Tell you when I start, hopefully when I start making money from my upcoming business, one of the first things I'll be investing in is a better bloody headset.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I'm a bit over this one. And I'll next one I get, I think I'll go, right, let's not muck about. Let's go hard or go home. Because the constant to and froing was ultimately what defeated me with not returning them again. And maybe I should listen to my the old creed of you get what you pay for, sunshine.
Yeah, unfortunately, that's true.
All right, that's going to be. Hang on, let me just. Distributor cap, top any of it anyway. I think I'm going to do the bottom of it red.
Oh yeah, nice.
And then that's going to come up against the black on the that area of the engine block.
That's chrome paint you're using in a bottle.
Particularly on something like this.
No, is that chrome paint in a bottle that you're using, or is it a pen?
No, it's in a bottle. It's the model master. You should be. I reckon you'll be able to get this in the US. Actually, I would think. It's this.
Model Master Custom Enamel System Silver Chrome Trim. Okay.
And I've only got a few of their paints, but I must say, if you're going to trot out an enamel, they are the dog's bollocks.
Yeah, everything I've seen you paint with that, it looks really nice.
And I got to say, again, it's the quality of the paint itself. And it does make such a difference, you know?
Absolutely.
And let's not be shy. It's a thing of quality feels nice. These are facts. Now, my next.
Oh, you found it. Where's it at? Let me. Oh. Yeah, that's it right there. Is it on Amazon?
Do what?
My wife done found the paint on Amazon for me.
Oh, nice. Yeah.
Y'all got to get me a bottle of that.
The category of I would only use them for hand brushing because they're enamel, they're thick. But they are a real pleasure to use. You can see I like them.
Yeah, it seems to cover real good. I like them.
In a minute, I'll actually be using a different brand of enamel. And that's Tamiya.
Yeah, Tamiya's got good paints.
Oh, Tamiya are, again, another company with dog's bollocks rating. I want very quickly to get this crime computer sorted because it's in the back of my mind.
Sure.
And then I shall delete. Here we are. Tamiya. It's been a while since I used this one, so I hope it's still okay. The reason I want to use the Tamiya enamel is because it's fairly thick, being an enamel. Yeah, I can feel the liquid. It's good. And it's
Yeah, that's why it covers so good being enamel paint.
the thing is, if I go for, because that's black, if I went for a white lacquer, it's not going to be thick enough. This will take care of business. Obi Rob knows this to be true, or at least it'll do a better job because it's just thicker. Ooh. Now there is a way of addressing this. Rubbing. Yeah, no. I thought I felt it's what I did feel was there is stuff in there, but there is a way of fixing this potentially. Let's see how we go. Or do I want to go? No, no, what I'll do. Because what I could do potentially is push all the stuff down and put some thinner in it, mix it together. But the issue I have with that idea is that what if I get it too thin? Why don't I, given that I'm going to be here for a little while longer on other days and I've got engine stuff to deal with, why don't I just pop that there to remind me and get some when I go out today? Because I have to go somewhere that's not too far from the hobby shop. This I will now do. Which brings us back to these things. Now, engine bits first. And we were here. Right. Now that. Ah, yeah. So they would go there. I think we'll do all of them chassis black. What colour have I done? Just looking at what colour I've done the fan belt in, so I can make some executive decisions on. Yeah, we'll do them black. They're going into there. Red with a chrome clip. And red. We're going to be doing a bit of red on some of these car parts, I say, or engine parts. So that way they'll stick out more. I like that idea, I do. There we go. Yep, and oh, yep, there we go. Let me just check my numbers one more time, and I'll get down to business. Yep, 53, 55, and 65 we're looking for. All right. Oh, hey, Jeff, how you doing?
Yeah, let Jeff know I subscribe to his channel.
Do what? Sorry, I missed that.
I'll let Jeff know I subscribe to his channel.
Ah. He's got a very nice train set and a nice workshop. Really nice workshop.
Yeah, they're really nice.
I wish I had a man cave like that.
I know, really. That'd be cool.
It's have you heard of the term? If I were to say to you that you'll soon see the relevance, don't use the term Ubermensch, would you know what I meant?
A who?
An Ubermensch.
Oh, no.
Okay. Übermensch was a concept put forward by I think it was Nietzsche. Ultimately, it was a superior man, and it was something that the Nazis latched onto. But the whole point is Uber generally it means superior in
Huh.
German, or higher, or for example, in the rank Obergruppenführer, higher, superior, over the Gruppenführer. Where am I going with this? Jeff's man cave is an Uber man cave.
Most indubitably.
Now, let's get down to such niceties as actually our oil filter and the like, shall we? Yes, we shall. And we'll go first up, back. Alrighty. Ding. We'll come across here.
Ain't nobody out there, Nugget.
Dog getting a bit excited, is he?
Yeah. Watching the neighbors across the street. Huh.
All right, my grandfather, when, or certainly, I suppose more my grandfather was an avid gardener, and during the war, and I don't know, I assume afterwards as well, certainly in the UK for a while, he also had geese. And apparently, they are, as they are told in history, one of the best warning systems you can have. Um, because they will pick up on everything, right the way down to aircraft engines. Before the air raid sirens went, you'd hear the geese. Wah, 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 making noise in rhythm to the engines. So there you go. Geese showing themselves to be very useful.
I was fishing at a pond one time and had a damn goose come after me.
They can be pretty bloody aggressive, can't they?
Yes, he was. I mean, some bitch.
Oh yeah, man. I remember once at uni. This is funny because at uni there was a um, lake between sort of like the science and social science and main buildings and stuff. And the you'd get birds of all sorts coming up on occasion. And on one particular occasion, there was a goose, and it was pretty much blocking the way up the stairs to the library and the social sciences block in a very territorial display. And I've said to the chick I was hanging with at the time, I don't know what their problem is. It's only a bird. To which she has quite validly responded with, "Well, you do it then." And I've gone, "All right." Now, to me, the logic was simple. I had quite a big bag because I used to carry not just my books and any books I needed, but also my gym gear. The obvious solution was to put it between me and the goose. And as I've approached it, it's fully come straight in front of me, wings out, head lowered.
Yep.
And I did stop and have a bit of a gander at it. And thought to myself, well, the only way to do this is to just go forth and do your thing. And so I did. And it did strike out. It had a crack at my bag. But yeah, whatever. It didn't hurt me. And ultimately, by the time I got to the top of the stairs, some of the uni staff had arrived to start shooing the beast away. I was talking to the girl I mentioned earlier. She said it was quite funny because there was actually a small crowd gathering to watch man versus beast. And quite entertained by my methodology, apparently. So, yeah, funny stuff. But, yeah, they can be bloody aggressive. And this one certainly was being.
100%. Yep.
And it's got to be said, there is something to be, when they do that whole wings out, head down routine, it's pretty full on.
Absolutely.
Apparently over here, oh, hey Dale, how you doing? Because sometimes emus will get territorial. And whilst I've never had to deal with that, I am told the way to address it is that you try to make yourself look bigger than the emu, which is a curious concept. But because that's generally how it rolls in the animal kingdom, if you can make yourself look bigger, you're good.
You want to lay down, play dead?
No, not with the emu. But yeah, I'm not entirely convinced as the wisdom of that methodology either. They're a very big bird, and if they want to do you some nastiness, they will. Now, which one am I looking for?
They're about ostrich size, aren't they?
Pardon? A bit smaller. The ones you got to watch out for over here, although they are rarely seen because they're mostly in North Queensland and actually offshore, is the cassowary. They are the ones that will do you a major nasty if they choose to. They are apparently the closest living bird to that, as far as in relation to the dinosaur.
Wow.
They've got quite a horn on their head, with which, yes, they can headbutt the bejesus out of anything that's too close. But their biggest and most terrifying weapon is the claws on their feet.
Oh, yeah. I can imagine.
These ones are particularly scary. And what they do is they launch themselves feet first or 1 foot out with the intention of piercing, and then they'll rip down and effectively disembowel their target. So yeah, hang on a moment. Yeah, well, yes, you could do that, Dale. But yeah, the cassowary is a scary critter. Like I said, we don't really have to deal with them because mostly they're in, and they don't hang around where humans are very often, and they're not particularly aggressive. Just make sure you don't piss them off. It's a bit like the bears. They're not actually aggressive, but for fuck's sake, don't piss one off. I remember seeing footage of just how quick bears actually are too. It's quite remarkable. All right, now next I shall. I think there's one other part I need to do this colour. A couple of other spots on one of these. And then that's all the engine parts done. Or will be, very close to having them all done. There's a couple of colours I need to add. Now, and then I think that's the last one I might need. This colour. No, I do not. Done. Ho ho, boffo. Now, and what I might do, I'm going to be very careful because I reckon I might be able to finish this distributor cap off, despite the fact I only just put the chrome on. If I'm careful, I should be right. Yeah, we'll do that. Which means I might feel confident enough to put the chrome on the other spots that I want to put it. Oh, I'm happy with how that's coming up. I'll show you in a minute.
All right.
Now we come around here. We come around here some more. Oh dear. There we go. Delete. And one last little touch. Not quite.
Excuse me.
There we go. So there, I'll give you a zoom in. Is my distributor cap. Chrome on top, red on the bottom.
Oh, wow. That's nice.
Oh, where'd it go? There, hang on, no. There, of course. So there's yeah, hang on. There's, I'll see if I can get a good angle to show the two colours in tandem. Doesn't really matter if yeah, there we go. You get the idea. Oh, that's not a bad one, actually.
Yeah, nice.
There we go. So, yeah, okay. Now, was there anywhere else I wanted to do any red? I don't think there was. Winning. Boom. Now, I'm just having a quick scan. I just have a bad feeling that I'm going to be cleaning my brush and go, oh, I wanted to do red there too. If that were to happen, it's by no means the worst thing in the world. There's far more dramatic outcomes that are occurring as we speak. Now, as part of my course, I've got to, despite the fact that the business I'm going to be setting up is going to be online and run from home, I have to have public liability insurance to $10 million as a minimum. Unfortunately, it's going to get paid for by the course because I can pull that card, so I'm gonna.
Yeah, I was going to ask you what's your next steps into starting your business up.
Well, yeah, but it's just like you'd think on the whole basis of from home, no one's coming in. You wouldn't need to cover that sort of concept thing. But apparently, yes, you do. Now, that's what I was going to do. I was going to finish off those engine parts. Actually, I'll wait a bit. First, I'll go for the chassis black behavior. That's jet black. That's clear green. That's cark black. Dear, oh dear, oh dear. Chassis black. Hey. Sometimes I think I may have gotten carried away with some of my paint selections. How many types of black do I really need now?
Oh, you can't never have enough paint.
Well, this is true. And let's face it, often it's those little differences that make a big difference in the final presentation, you know?
Yep.
Now, in this color, I do not need to be too fastidious for most of it, but there is going to be some small brush action. Alrighty. Now, time is jolly good. There we go. Next, let's get a nice fat brush. There we go. You get over here. And then, there we go.
Oh.
That's better. There we go. That's the rear axle all tidied up. Can't really see it so well there because the shit behind it, but yeah. That's that one done. There was a question I posed to one of the with the course convener who was giving us a hand yesterday. Once she said, "Oh, that's one done." I said, "Isn't one done the Prime Minister of Spain?" Once he latched on to what I was saying, so he cringed appropriately.
All right.
Now, there's a little spot on here I might want to just tidy up, although I don't know if it's actually going to show. But I'll tidy it up anyway, because that's just the way I roll. There we go. And then we move to this.
Well,
there was some more that I wanted to do. Damn. That's okay. I know what it was, but I can probably get onto that after we've done a couple of other things. Let's get these done.
When I was running my taxidermy business, they didn't require me to have any kind of insurance.
Yeah, I think this is actually a course stipulation that the government's not willing to lash the cash. And I think possibly what it could be is a not unrealistic or unfair concern that perhaps should it transpire that an insurance claim is made against a business they are backing, it all go, if they don't, or if they're backing a business, claim goes against them for whatever reason, and they don't have insurance, then the government's just put in quite a bit of money to no good end.
Oh yeah.
So I can sort of see why, in that context. However frustrating and has been, I guess the whole thing comes in where I can certainly see why I wouldn't need insurance. In fact, so did the guys at the course. But as they said, at the end of the day, it's just the way the department wants it, and that's how you do it.
Now, every hunter that brought me an animal, I had to get their hunting license number, and I had to keep records of everything.
Really?
Oh yeah. Because the game warden, they always check taxidermy businesses, and if you don't have your records and your license up to par, they will give you a huge fine and shut you down.
Wow.
Yep.
That's so you don't merely need a license for your firearm, you also need a license for hunting.
Yep.
Oh, hence the whole duck season, rabbit season thing.
Yep. Right. Deer season, turkey season, duck season.
Yeah, right.
And then not
just you're hunting, there's a certain season for all these different animals.
Yep.
Wow. Is that because of when they're around, or because they become pesky at a certain time of year, or?
No, just each.
Or is that just stopping? Or is the other option that's just stopping people going too hard on one type?
Yeah, pretty much that, and they keep up with the like with the deer license. The deer tags they only give you so many deer tags a year.
Yeah, right.
And it keeps up with the population too, you know.
Well, you'd have to really.
That lets them know how many deer are taken each season.
You don't want animals going. Well, the bison have made a pretty big comeback, to my understanding, but you don't want them being pushed as far as they were.
Yeah.
To my understanding, one stage they were very close to extinction, and that's a very sad state of affairs. They're a beautiful animal.
Yeah.
And bloody impressive too, you know.
Yeah. Absolutely.
I was looking at a picture of one bison that was pretty much covered in snow and standing in a blizzard, completely
Beautiful.
unfazed by this. You think, wow. And you certainly, there's another animal you don't want to be getting on the wrong end of. I saw once some footage of some lady getting too close to a bison, a very small one, and the bison has taken exception and given her a small, relatively gentle charge and just hammered her. But you think, you know, lady, you got off real light. If it had chosen to get nasty, it would not only would it have hammered you, it would have kept running. And you'd have been underneath those hoofs, and that hurts.
True. Can imagine.
Yeah, it's not something I'd be putting my hand up for. Ha! I just had a mental image of a teacher walking into a classroom. You'll have to excuse me. For some reason, I always do my teacher sort of thing with an English accent. But it would be something of, right, now today we're in for the bison charging. Now, who's got their who will be willing to step forward and take the trampling from the large oxen? Ah, Smithers, very good, very good. Now, if you could just wait outside, Johnson, excellent, excellent. This is just the sort of activity and enthusiasm we're looking for, boys.
The hell.
That's thinner, that is. Now, do the spark plug points. Hmm.
Okay.
This time.
Now, there we go. There's one. Two. Three. Almost. Right, there's one. I'll do the other side and I'll give you a quick zoom in. Itchy nose. Bugger. There we go. right, I might just redo the first lot because the second lot have come up better. There we go. That's the ticket. Yeah, nicer. Much nicer. All right. There's the... there we go.
Nice detail.
Yeah, thanks. Pretty happy with that. Now, I wanted to do some tidying up on the suspension here whilst I think too. Now, let's have a look. Ah, yes. So we need to go into there. I'm glad you like it, David. Now, I'll come into there. All right. Boom. There's one. Just to get the suspension a bit tidier. All right. And then I might do some brackets that I need to do. Ah, wait. No, I've got a couple of other things to tidy up on the backboard of the engine first. And then we'll see where we're at. Yes. A bit more here too. I'm probably overthinking this because in the bigger reality, as long as I have one side that looks good, I can probably just show that side, put that as the outer side of the suspension, you know what I mean?
Yep.
I might even roll that way for the same reason that a dog licks its cojones, because it can.
Because he can. Absolutely.
I mean, let's face it, guys. Let's be honest now. If we could do that, not only would we, I think most of us would have difficulty getting out of home.
Yeah, I make the comment to my son. I said, "Yeah, if I could do what my dog's doing, you'd never been here."
Boom. These are realities. The pinnacle of things would be if we were to have a rack as well. I would have no other occupations.
Ain't that the truth?
Particularly given that a guy my size would probably have a hale and hearty one.
Yep.
I remember sharing that line of thought with a girl, and she seemed, not as in a girl, but a woman, and she seemed to be quite aghast at this reality. I said, "What? You concerned that you could be out of some sort of pastime?" This did not help the cause.
Yeah, they're not fooling nobody either. If they can reach it, they do it too.
Damn right. Let's not come the raw prawn now.
And a New York Mint.
Now, it's starting to look much tidier now. All right, almost there.
That's what she said.
There's little tidy ups on here that I'm doing to make it all very sweet, read, and petite. Oh, hand cramp. Did not need that. Bad timing. Just when I'm going in for a bit of delicate work. Hand cramp.
Yeah, that sucks.
Actually, there's now you wouldn't have. I'm guessing you've not watched much cricket.
No.
There's a form of cricket called T20, which is actually a lot more like baseball, to be honest. In its very short, sharp, and shiny format. But there was one day match he had to do it in. A guy named Glenn Maxwell, who plays for Australia. He racked up 200 runs, which, yes, is as big as it sounds. That's a huge innings to win the match for Australia. But while he was doing it, he was suffering brutal cramps. And on a couple of occasions, actually had to have the medics brought out to him, but kept batting.
Wow.
Yeah, you got to give it to the man. And I'm here going, oh, I've got a hand cramp and I'm going in for a painting. And there's this guy hitting mammoth sixes and then hitting the ground in pain. Maybe I need to harden up.
Toughen up.
I think my backboard's looking a bit nicer now.
Yeah, I like that red on there.
Yeah, I'm pretty happy with how that's come up. And now that I've got the black consolidated, that's all good to go.
Yeah, that red really pops.
Now, where else did I want to hit with chassis black, if anywhere? Because now is the time.
Take the aluminum foil off the edge.
And was there anywhere else? Looking. Rubbing. Oh, I think I'm good. Now, might want to see where these go, but I reckon that'll be black.
The wife brought home a big box of brownies.
Nice.
Yeah, it's a good thing and a bad thing.
Oh, just too many of them.
I love some brownies.
Ha! There's a great brownies reference in or mention in the Simpsons parody of The Godfather, because in that one, the Michael figure wants to be a cook rather than join the family business of waste management. And when he brings in, they go for dinner over at Fat Tony's place, and he brings out what are they called? I can't remember what he called, but Marge has them and marvels and says, I've tried making these are really hard to make. I've tried making them before, but they always come out as brownies. And then Bart looks really angrily and accusingly across the table at her and said, you said you meant to make brownies. Any
God
more
damn.
lies? But yeah. Trying to remember what it was that he made, but it's just like a very delicate sort of. No, it has a French name. They it's a sort of a caramel sort of a thing. No, it'll come to me at a point where it's completely unnecessary to even think of it. There we go. Now, before I consider this color done and dusted, at least for today, what I need to think about is what color this one's thing. Aha. It doesn't really say. That's fine. So, and that goes. Ah, I see. Right. I was wondering what color these are. Now, there's options. I'm inclined to keep them black. And maybe do other colors on top of them. What I'm talking about here, just an FYI, so as you know what I'm not completely waffling, although I frequently am. These things. So I think I'm going to do mostly black, but there's some patterns here. I'll do some colors in there.
Yeah, I done mine gloss black with the lines on
that
top
must be
and
the
then them
battery.
red.
That would be the battery. That's got to be black.
Yeah, yeah.
That's a big battery. Oh, it's a big car. What do you reckon, Sunshine? All right. Let's do it. Now, you'll want to keep those. Okay. So it'd really only be the raised areas. All right. I'm trying to decide if to do just the plugs or whether to do all the raised area, if you know what I'm saying,
Yeah.
in a different color. I'm inclined to think that I'm going to do. There we go. I reckon I might do all the raised area, or maybe just do the first. There's that raised area, and then there's the plugs. I'm trying to decide.
Hmm.
Decisions, eh?
I know, right?
Now we'll go down here. Oh, hey Gary, how are you doing? Now, what I might do, oops, got a bit carried away there, is it would require me to use 3 colors. So I'd want to do the raised areas a different color to highlight that from the main block, if you know what I'm saying. So But I reckon I'm going to do that. Now the question then comes, what colour to do the that little raised portion with? I shall think. Yes, I shall. Probably red. In fact, I'll go a step further. Almost definitely red. Just to maintain that whole
Black and red. I sense a theme here.
Yep. Indeedy didey didey do. Now, there we go. Right. Now, once I've gotten this done, or these edges done, I think it'll just be time to trot out the big brush. Go hammer time. Ding, 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 ding. Ding, ding, ding.
Yeah, those parachute pants he wore in his video used to be a big thing here. And I actually had several pair of them.
They were quite popular over here as well.
Oh, were they really?
Yeah. There's a saying over here, mate. The US sneezes and Australia catches cold. And
my wife
certainly the US culture does extend quite a long way. We get a lot of US shows over here. You also get a lot of British shows. But yeah, they were a thing. And indeed, because I used to have these when I got a pair of pants made for my training pants for my martial arts, and because the normal sizes just weren't, in fact, the normal sizes of uniform were just not available to me. I had to have them specially made. And the way my instructor got the measurements on one occasion was a bit... the best way I can define it for you is to use the traditional Chinese handspan method, which is wildly inaccurate. And he came back with these pair of pants that were... Do you know what hakamas are? Okay, hakamas. Think of those big pants that you see.
hakamas. Yeah, my son's got a pair of them.
Right, they're comfy as all hell, by the way.
Yeah.
But that's pretty much the pants I came out with. Now, when I used to go out and about, because I was training for 4 to 6 hours a day, if I was just nicking down the shops or whatever, or just down to somewhere to get some food, I just didn't even bother changing. And I became quite noted for my, and I quote, happy pants. Although there's an amusing side to that equation too, and that's that when I was, because you got used to sort of just wearing your training clothes all the time, because that's just, you're always going to be training sooner or later. me and another guy, when I was living at the martial arts academy, me and a mate would catch a train out on one night a week to another mate's place, another guy who used to live there, and best shoes I could wear out, given that there's a bit of a walk involved, with these Doc Martens, and they're really comfy if I tuck my Hakamas into my Docs. Comfy as all hell. Particularly in winter, snug as a bug in a rug. Particularly if I wore my Trenchy. You can see this already, can't you? And we were walking back home from the train station one day, and one of the guys we trained with used to stand guard on this one street. I figured we'd go up and say good day to him. And he's there, as we've arrived to say good day, he said, "It's really good I know you, because if I was standing here in any other circumstance, seeing a guy in a Trenchy dressed like you, all the whole box and dice, I'd probably be making a phone call through for backup." And yeah, it was just the whole Hakamas with the Trenchy and the boots, and oh dear. And of course, who can't honestly say they don't want to look like that on one occasion or another? I certainly did.
So we wore a thing called a gi.
You were what?
When I was doing martial arts, I took time.
Yeah. Gi. Yeah, that's the Japanese one.
Yeah.
Chinese ones are different. And in fact, here's a fun fact for you. When I was training in China, I did not see any uniforms at all. The uniforms are more of a Japanese, Korean thing.
Yeah.
In China, no, unless you're going to a specific place like the Beijing Wushu School, and then there's all very standardized because that's just how it rolls.
Right.
But when I went there to train in Tai Chi under a guy who's widely regarded as the man, no uniforms at all. Oops.
Huh.
You'd be in a park and you follow his forms and you do what he said. It was just the same as any other training. But uniforms, belts, didn't happen. And when it came to grading sort of stuff, what it was more about wasn't so much like a formal grading like you tend to get in Japanese forms. It was more, you're now ready. You may move to this form.
Yeah, you had to do a whole form throughout the entirety of it in order to move up and get a higher colored belt.
Yeah. Yeah, well, in Chinese, it's not so much that way. It's more, they'll keep you on a certain level for however long they think you need to be there. And then they'll slowly introduce you to some other bits. But until you're ready, which could be quite a while. Now, while I'm doing this, there's two blacks I need to airbrush. Jet black and chassis black. I can tell. Jet black for the hull and chassis black for the engine bay and undercarriage. All right, now, once I've gotten these sides done, I'm going to wind the stream up for today. Now, where's my early appointment tomorrow? First one's at 10:30 tomorrow. So, got a bit more time tomorrow.
Yeah, a little more time.
Friday, I don't have any early appointments, so I can linger.
Cool.
So I could hypothetically do some assembly and airbrush.
Sounds like a fun-filled day.
Certainly does. Friday should be a good day for a number of things. I've got also my Friday dinner is the time that me and a guy who he worked at the sports centre when I was at uni, and we even shared house for a little while. And I bumped into him because he was actually working as my postie.
Huh.
At one stage, I caught up with him first time in years, sort of a thing. And now we have a regular thing where we go out for dinner on Friday nights to the market.
Oh, cool.
And, well, it's got lots of good food there, and that's great. And it's got lots of smoking hot chicks. And that is definitely one of the reasons we go there. Yeah. But the market itself is great. The only frustration I have at the moment, there used to be a shop where you could get a lot of native Australian animals, as in cut up for meat.
Oh, wow.
Oh, look, some of it's fantastic, man. In terms of Roo is really nice. Roo really is. It's good stuff. Crocodile's good. And plus, you're getting a bit of payback on that one. Hey, they've taken enough humans. It's a fair call. And what else they had? Emu, camel.
Camel.
Yeah, we got camels over here. Camel's pretty tasty, by the way. And they came when the when they used to drive trains carrying wheat and grain and stuff, it was discovered that camels were far more efficient across dry terrain than bullocks, than bulls. And so they employed Afghanis to drive camel trains. I should show people what I've done today. Okay, so what we did today, we've gotten that together and looking sweet, reed, and petite. Ditto. Yeah, the Afghanis came along and started driving camel trains, but now we've got feral camels.
Yeah.
And they are quite validly hunted for food. So I got that done. Got all of these little bits here done.
Nice.
Which is really important, so as I can now start getting a bit more into the assembly. What else do I? Of course, the backboard again. Yeah, boom, tidied up, looking nice.
Yeah, I like that red.
I'll put a bit of colour on them in due course. I'll probably hit them with acrylics just for ease of purpose. What else? Was there anything else? No, I think that's it. All right. So yeah, but they used to have all manner. That shop's no longer there, and I'm a bit frustrated. The one I was talking about, getting back to the camels. But they had all manner of native species that you could consume quite validly. And I can state categorically, yum. I've eaten the two animals on the Australian coat of arms, the emu and the kangaroo, and I have no shame about this. Now, okay. Thanks for watching, guys. I'm sure both myself and Bassman appreciate it.
I do appreciate it. Thanks, everybody.
First-time viewers, you know the drill. Follow, like, or subscribe. If you want to track me down on other platforms, I'm Rob the Builder on Facebook and YouTube, and Robster the Builder on Instagram and Twitch. And again, follow, like, or subscribe. All righty. Now, tomorrow being Thursday, I'll be back. You going to be around, Bassman?
Yes, sir. I'll be here.
Boffo. In that case, there shall be more Batmobile action tomorrow. And we shall, I'm sure, well, it's our pleasure, David. We've had a good time with it all and made some good progress on our kits. And it's all winning, winner, chicken dinner. All righty. That all said, we will be back tomorrow at a similar kit time and on the same kit channel. I'll catch you good people then. See yous.
Where I get that?